Really? Close this door. Get everything set up right. Here we go. Here we are. All right, let me get my stuff set up down here. Oh, there we go. There's my live. Get all this stuff set up. Oh, there we go. There's my live. Get all this stuff. All right. I'm looking at a lack of comments. Where are you guys from? Got a few things I want to show you guys tonight too. Probably got a heck of a lag going here, don't we? Well, I'm going to go ahead and start. Oh, there we go. Rabid Bobcat. All right, buddy. Glad to have you. Ocala, Florida, checking in. Missouri. All right. Rabid Bobcat in Missouri. So, oh, I got to find something here. Something I wanted to show you guys. I completely, oh, it's right here. In case you guys haven't seen it, oh, we got here, Yeti RC, Northern Minnesota, Chuck's RC, Savannah, Georgia. Oh, Chuck, are you going to be at the Skill Nationals? I'll be there. What's up, Carlos? Ashley, yeah, you're right on time. Good morning, John. Kentucky. Yeah, I'll be seeing you guys at Beat the Creek, right, Ashley? That's okay, Robert. It's all good. Steve G, I need help. Yeah, I think we all need a little help, buddy. Wow. LA, California, Los Angeles, California. King of Missouri. I haven't even heard of King of Missouri, but that is probably not on my list for this year. Alabama, VA. I need help. I built my gatekeeper and it sucks. Way too narrow. Oh, it's the same width as my Ecto. Maybe you just need to balance it better. That would probably help you out a lot because you're probably talking about side hills, right? I need help with my DEX8 Team Durango. Steve, I don't have one of those. I'm not sure what to tell you on that. Epic RC Life. How's it going? Like the sledge videos. Oh, man, you guys wait. I got more sledge done. Burris is here. Virginia. Hope to get to Beat the Creek too. Yeah, I can't wait. This weekend we got the Scale Nats. So Scale Nationals at Alabama. So I'm looking forward to that. That's like a 3-day event. I think it's going to be like a 4-day event for me. I'm going to be there like the day before where they do all the sign-ins and tech and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Supposedly the black knuckles for the SCX6 are due in tomorrow. So I'm hoping DHL is on time with this stuff. Usually they're not quite on time, but anyways, hopefully they'll make it here. Because I am bringing some Vidavon with me. I'm not planning to set up a booth. I'm not planning to do any sales or anything like that. But if you guys are at the event and you see me, well, hopefully if I'm not too busy, ask and see if I have the parts that you need. Yes, Side Hill. Gory Bogs, do what you can to get rid of everything above the axles as far as weight. The body, I believe, of that is actually kind of heavy. If you could swap bodies to something lighter, like say a Crete body or the Ecto body, it'll help you out a lot. Miguel's got the sledge today. Awesome. Watch out for the gravel. Gravel likes to tear that spur gear up bad. What's a good 6S comp race buggy motor? 6S? Steve, when I did 6S on a techno buggy many years ago, I went with the Tekin 1350 kV. That worked pretty good, but yeah, most of your races are only 4S. I use a 2S 2200 milliamp gatekeeper. All right, hey, the right one. Hey, buddy. 1100 and X-Max 5. What gear should I run? 2535 is a good start. Right now, I'm running 2435, and I think I could go up 1 or 2 on the teeth of the pinion gear, but I'm happy with that. So DHL, we'll get it there. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, Chuck. If not, I'll have the other ones with me, so you can grab the silver ones. I don't know when, but supposedly tomorrow. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Hey, look, the old geezer's here from Kentucky. Sean Siller, my son got one. The dog bone pin came out on the center drive shaft and dug into the... Did I see that on Facebook? Something about the center pin eased out of the dog bone on the sledge. Right back there. I actually looked at mine because I saw those pictures. RC Fernhout, buddy, to get me to leave the country right now would be like, well, it will be a crazy situation. But I would like to see the world, though. It's just things are a little wild right now. But then again, isn't it always wild? What am I running at the Scale Nats? I am not competing at the Nationals. I'm just going to cover the event. I'm going to enjoy myself, get some videos. Hopefully the signal is good enough so I can put up some lives for you guys. So during this weekend, you know, if you're around, hopefully we'll have some lives. Kind of like what I did at the USTE, you know, pop up, boom, a live video, chat with you guys, show you guys around a little bit. So I think it'll be pretty cool. I just hope I got signal. I've never been to one of these, so it's an all-new event for me. They've got that reverse rule that I just really don't like. I just cannot understand why they would put a reverse penalty on scale trucks. It's not We Rock. We Rock is a different story. These are supposed to be scale vehicles, and scale vehicles have reverse. But it's not my event. I want to go enjoy it and see how they run this thing. All right. Oh, Douglas. Yeah, buddy. Thank you for being here, man. I try to be as honest as I can. If I know what I'm talking about, I do the very best I can. RC Citrus. Hey, buddy. Sean Siller. Raymond Miller. Hey, buddy. Bob Woodhouse from Phoenix. What's up? I've been to Ocala. I've been to Scale Mountain quite a few times. I say quite a few times, probably a handful of times in all honesty. I just don't get down there as much as I should. If I'm lucky enough and can retire, then I'll be able to do, hopefully, a lot more visiting to the different parks and stuff. I'm just spectating. Heck yeah. Been building a drag slash and a good prep juice for the tires. I don't know what to tell you on that one, Seth. No idea. All right. Brad from Annapolis, Maryland. Scott Hatfield, what's up? Trying to get everything ready for Nationals. Yeah, I got a buddy. He was over here this past Sunday doing some practicing, and I asked him, the Scale Nationals, are they on concrete or natural rock? I honestly don't know. I know my concrete has a much different traction level than what the natural rock is. So, yeah, Chuck. Yeah, when I used to go off-roading, I made sure my reverse worked. Yeah. So, Trex don't send the truck. Okay, good. So Trex is going to take care of that. they'll either, you know, replace the ESC and the shafts, or heck, they might just put it up and box you up a brand new one. Who knows? Maybe you'll get a brand new one. That would be nice. With the O-rings in the rear axles. Because they kind of got to put them in. Keep burning steering. Keep burning steer-run servos and Creighton 6S. Tried all the cheapos. Sun-offs. Okay, Captain Cool Zizi. I actually ran my Creighton 6S, and I put the power system out of the fire team in this thing. So it's like a RTR EXB. Stock servo actually survived. How are your endpoints? The pillow balls, are those over tight? Do they turn easy? Because there has to be a reason for killing the oh, I saw something. Killing the servos. You know of a shop with Basher Queen diff housings for Arma 6S vehicles. I didn't know Basher Queen had diff housings. That's interesting. RC Citrus, hey buddy, yep. All right, got you right there. Any idea why most people recommend a higher kV motor for truggy over buggy? Possibly because you can kind of gear down the truggy a little bit, and it'll help you turn the tires a little bit better. Kind of like in crawling, you kind of kV up just a little bit, but you put a smaller pinion gear on it. Usually truggies have a different ratio in the axles as well to also offset that. I've got a 2050 in my Techno, and I've got a 21 in my Techno e-buggy, so I'm about the same way on that. JD's RC, if you want to see the most amazing bridge reveal, check out Razor RC upload morning. So he destroyed the chassis. He must have hit something hard. Chuck, what's the latest and greatest with that Raminator? I'm glad you asked. Okay, this past Sunday, I decided to break it out and give it a drive for everybody around here, because it's kind of one of those things that, you know, is kind of a spectacle to see, right? So I'm cruising around. I show it off, you know, to everybody around here, because I had another open park. And anyway, I jump over the dirt hill. I turn around, I come back, and it stalls right on top of my dirt hill, like perfectly. I'm like, well, that was odd. Doesn't typically do that. So I climb up the dirt hill, I pull it, and I hear the motor turning, clink, clink, clink. Like, the clutch locked up. I don't know what came apart in the clutch, but it is just seized on there. So, yeah, to get this thing back, I didn't want to go get my tractor and carry it back, right? That would have been a little bit embarrassing. So what I done is I put my knee on the back of this thing, and I pushed it while I pull started, and it started. So I physically drove it back, just like, say, your clutch pedal broke in a manual transmission vehicle and you're in first gear, or in this case, like second gear or something, and I drove it back. So, yeah. And then last night, I was on Primal RC, just messing around, minding my own business. Did a few clicks because I wanted to check on the prices, you know. See if there was going to be shipping or tax or any of that stuff. And, well, I've got the electric conversion kit ordered now. Totally by accident, I promise. Okay, I don't promise. I did it on purpose. But anyway, I've got the electric conversion coming. Now, this thing actually has a 160 amp 8S ESC, a boat ESC. The way it works, as best I can tell, is you still use all the servos, the manual transmission, the reverse gear, and all that has to activate to get reversed. So you still drive it normally. It still runs on the clutch. Now, the thing about it is it's a 500 kV motor, right? So, and it's water cooled, right? So can't I just get a 12S boat ESC? Would that work it? Maybe our resident big fist scale Raminator guy, Joe Girding, maybe he'll pop on here. I can ask him. Because if anybody will know, it's that guy. That guy's been there and done that. Okay, I have really... You guys get me off on a tangent and I start talking. I get so excited I miss everybody's comment. Oh, man, okay. Let me see if I can get back up here. Oh, all right, Abraham McGunn. I'm going to try to bust through these things real quick because you guys got me all wound up on that. 2-stage foams or PTE for crawlers. Thoughts? I like the Three Brothers RC. There are a lot of guys printing their own, and they're popping up all over the place with printers and the flexible filament stuff. We're going to see more of that. Lots more competition on that. RC Daily, yeah, I got an entire disaster all around me. Anyone know of a shot with a Basher Queen diff? Oh, I saw that. I found Basher Queen when I did it with the Kronos. Oh my God, you guys wait till you see this video. I put 6S on that 1650 kV motor, standing backflips like that. You guys wait till you see this video. I got to upload it, hopefully tomorrow, but it goes to the members. The members got like 6 or 7 videos tonight too. So they got a lot of popcorn to eat. Anyways, all right. TPE, yeah. Any idea why most people recommend? Okay, I have got some of these. Brian Young, JDRC, Rob Ryan. You want to see most amazing sledge video? Okay, so I did check out some of that. I'll scroll back a little bit. Okay, I just scrolled down to the last one here. Have you ever tried hair buns for tire foams? I have not done that yet. But speaking of tire foams, I got the new steady foams for 1.9s right here. I got to get these. I have a brand new set of crawler predators around here. I found 2 of them. There's 2 more I got to find. I've had them for like 3 or 4 months. I got to find the other 2 tires. And I know I haven't used them on anything. But anyway, yes, you did, Chuck. What is Beat the Creek? Can I find info? Old Geezer, that's in Maysville, Kentucky in May. I forget the exact dates yet, but I think it's like May the 11th or something like that. Somewhere around there. It might be the weekend afterwards. Yeah, you know it was, huh? Now you sound like me telling my wife why stuff keeps coming in the mail. Yeah, RC Daily, yeah. Luckily, my wife is out of town most of the time. And when she does come to visit, she never asks me how much things cost. And that's a good thing. The thing about it is, when I get that Raminator converted to electric, at that point, I don't have to worry about any gas stink. And I got to find a place to store that inside. Probably right in the middle of the living room. Maybe I'll put it on the couch. Yeah, you give it something soft so the tires won't get flat spots. All right. Can't wait to see it. Someone hasn't done it on YouTube. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Raymond. I must have missed your comment. Ashley calling for the like button. Yeah, we got 32 likes right now. What's your thoughts on the FG monster trucks? Noe's Fast RC. I don't have one, so I don't really know what to tell you on that one. Yeah, the steady foams are actually a pretty good foam. They really are. And he's updated his design where he gets a better cut on them now, and the sides are a lot better too. So he has kind of updated his cut, but he still cuts them by hand. So he's hoping that he can get enough sales to afford something nice, a nice way to cut these. But I mean, he literally cuts every order by hand. So yeah. David, yeah, he's putting in that 53 horsepower Lenner motor and MGM ESC, which is like this big. Yeah, that's way out of my price range. Way out of my price range. Out of my budget for sure. 14th and 15th, Ashley Connolly. That's when the Beat the Creek is going to be. Is the water cooling the only benefit to a boat ESC? I have to assume so. I mean, I have to think that would be the biggest thing, and I'll find out. I will find out. Yep, they do have a Facebook page. Yep. Nasty Trucker. Blacksmith, what's the maximum weight you think a SCX6 can pull? Depends on how much the SCX6 weighs, because you got weight, traction, all that. Eventually, I'm hoping to have it by Beat the Creek, but I doubt it. That trailer that I had back here behind me on the last live, I've got two SCX6 front axles. They're both going to be steering, but I got to build a subframe for it because it's going to have a transmission on it. So the front axle on the trailer will actually be driven by a transmission, which I don't have right here. No, I don't have that right here. But what I've done is I've got the $60 Amazon 3-gear transmission, and I made a spud adapter which converts the rear output from 5 millimeters to 8 millimeters. So that will drive the axle, but it has the dig on it. So I'm going to take the rear cog out, the locking, like the dig part, take that out, and actually just have it free run right in the middle there. This way, as I'm pulling the trailer, it's just a simple pull like a, as I'm pulling the trailer, it's just a simple pull like a normal trailer, right? Normal trailer, right? If I get stuck or something, the SCX6 actually has a winch, and I can actually power the trailer to help ease the vehicle. It's also, since the trailer is literally like 42 inches long, it's also going to have steering. So the axles will also steer. And it'll steer kind of like four-wheel steering like on a vehicle, but the middle of the rear axle will stay the same, but the trailer will just kind of pivot around it. But anyways, all right. All right. Yeah, buddy. Carson Green joining, buddy. Everybody in chat, thanks. No on Raminator electric conversion. It's already ordered, buddy. I will take the motor that's in it out, and I will pickle it. I'll make sure that I run it completely dry. Guess I need to take the tires off because, yeah, because the clutch is locked up. It won't disengage, so it's always in drive or something. Matt Harris, did I see Furtech's new monster truck chassis? Yes, I did. I'm going to get one. What axles did he use? Like the Panda axles or something? I don't believe they were the regular worm gear axles. Oh, Lon Baden's back on. Hey, buddy. Oh, geezer, you got your Raminator? Dude, those things are awesome. According to the specs, it'll do 30 miles or about 30 miles per hour on 8S. Man, the Raminator, 30 miles per hour. I mean, I realize that's not fast, but if you've never seen a Raminator, and if you've never been seeing your life flash before your eyes in front of it as it's coming to you, 30 miles per hour carries a lot of power with that truck. I mean, really, it really does. So I think my next upgrade on it, maybe, it's got the Beast 1000 servos in it right now. I can see a need for the Beast 2000s, but if I don't watch it, this is going to be a $10,000 truck. So, I mean, I bought the truck for $4,000, and which he actually had about 5,300 in it, according to what he's told me. So, but if I go up by my prices, I'm right at 5,300 in it right now. Luckily, I've got a ton of batteries. I've got a bunch of batteries, guys. So I've got, yeah, I'm good on batteries. I also dropped one down there. I'm not sure how much I have in batteries. I probably got $2,000 in batteries. And that one came today. This is one of the batteries that's going to go on. Let me go and show you guys something. Troy Gagnon, do you open up your track to the public? I do. I open it every Sunday. This Sunday, I'm going to be at the Scale Nats. However, David, my buddy David, I should know his last name by now, right? David will actually be running the track for me, so the track will be open this weekend. Hey, Exo, I want to break into crawlers. What's a good stock entry RC? How about the TRX4 by Traxxas? Bulletproof, super strong. You can do anything you could possibly want to that. Now, I think I just put this up for the members. I drove it. I drove the UGRC Dirty South. I used one of the plates right there. I got a little bit of work to do to that. Got to put a brace here. Got to figure some body mounts. This thing's bad to the bone. Let me tell you. I want you to see. I want you guys to see that. You see that? That's a capper front end with a 10-3 rear axle. So wider up front. It worked really, really good. Now the transmission uses all the Gen 8 gears in it. And believe it or not, the overdrive is actually really good on this thing. I don't have any overdrive in the portals anywhere on it. The motor is a 2040 kV version 3 Holmes Hobbies Revolver snub nose. So it's a little short guy right there. Look at that thing. But I've got to fit more stuff into here. I bought a Crawlmaster Mini from a guy on Facebook, and it didn't work. So I had to take the ESC out of Thor to drive this. And I'm obviously can't drive it with like a Sidewinder 4 because the noise is just deafening, especially on camera. So, but anyways, that thing drives pretty darn good. The 900, the Reese 900 Smart, that's a heck of a servo, guys. Seriously, it's as good as my 777, but I think a little bit faster. Now the 1100, I may actually put that onto here because I think this may be fast enough to actually try on something like the Sledge. But on the Sledge, I think the Raw 500 or the Power Hobby 729 would be the best choice for that. All right. Turn Marshall, a 5th scale off-road race. Now remember, it's going to be electric. You can maybe make a bigger trailer to pull more stuff with your rim. With it being electric, I should be able to, but it still has the clutch. So it's possible the clutch could overheat if it's constantly slipping. But it does have the gears I can change in the transmission. Maybe with this motor, I can use some of the different gears in the transmission to alleviate that. I really don't need 30 miles per hour. I don't think. Craig Engelman. 5300. Darn, I could build you a full-scale crawler roller for that. I used to have one. And 5300, I had almost $10,000 just in the front axle housing. Pro Rock 60 front with RCVs and an ARB. I mean, you can do a really nice 14-bolt rear for that. But anyway, Simplify, awesome, buddy. Glad to have you. Blacksmith RC Motor Emax and dual 7200 nickel. Man, it was scary back in the days. Yeah, that's a small size truck by today's standards. Oh man, see, old user, I don't want it to go 50. I mean, really, that's just asking for major damage. I don't know about that one, buddy. But I'm assuming I could put a 12 or 14S boat ESC on it, water cooled and all that. It should work, right? Oh, that's a good question. If you were competing, what would you have taken to compete with? I don't have points on any of my vehicles, and I understand that you can't use dig. So without dig, I don't want to have the weight of the dig feature on there like with my SV2. So class 1, I don't really have anything. I don't think that would run in class 1 very well. Class 2, unless I take the dig off of my SV2 truck, I would actually take the Ecto for class 2. And class 3, I would have to take Mjolnir. Thor is a beast, but Thor is too wide. Such a wide. And there's also no ESC because I've got that out somewhere over here. Oh, I got this in today. the new FlySky 7 FSG7P. So, and it's not exactly one-handed capable here. So I may have to do an adapter or something on it. But this thing is loaded with features, but you can see it kind of has a very dated type screen on it. I mean, there are a lot of features and stuff that you can just go down on this thing. A lot of stuff. It's going to take me, it holds 20 models. I know that. It's got like a little toggle right here. You got a button right here. Another one right here. You got a push button up top right there. You got a turn knob right here. You got something right there. And I mean, it's got the buttons. It's got a 3-position back here. Not sure if I showed you guys that right there, like a slider. So it's 7-channel. The receiver also has this little wire, so it does have telemetry, so you can read your battery voltage to it. I'm not sure what the limits are on it. It has a little bitty instruction manual. That's like that is all you get for instructions. It's going to be interesting trying to figure this one out. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I can get something, maybe DSM off-road will be able to get one of these and actually set me up with something on there so I can one-hand it. Because I'll be honest with you, on my vehicles, you know, I use the GT5 a lot. I bought 4 more receivers for the GT5, by the way. I'd love to find a radio that has suitable features, everything that I need to do, the mixes, the momentaries, all that, plus the feel of the hacked FlySky GT3C. I'd like to replace that. But so far, I just have not found that radio. And I talked to some of these radio manufacturers sometimes, at least I did last year, and I gave them a list of everything that I needed to see. You know, and momentary for winching, 3-position momentary switches, those are important, especially in the scale world. Just seems so hard to get them to actually make that feature. Why? I don't know. But, and I'm not even sure that this has momentary yet, but we're going to find out. The receiver is actually pretty neat. So, anyway, we'll get into that one. But, yeah. Okay, let me get back started here. Mule deer. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, that's the Rebel Con. Rebel RC, Rebel Con. The wheels and tires are on the shelf over there right now. I kind of needed them for something. Don't know what. It's the @ symbol, then click on name. They're on the FlySky GT5. Simplify, yeah. GT5. I've got 3 of them now. I've got 3 of them. One of them I'm setting up just for the 5th scale stuff, which I'll probably set up for the Creighton and the Outcast 8S, along with the Losi 5B and the Raminator. So I'll probably put those on it as one. Also the DBXLEs. That way, that's my 5th scale radio. Then I'm going to have my Basher radio, which will have my X Maxes, the Max, and everything else that I have that goes fast. And then I'm going to have my crawler radio, which really I only can use that on things that don't have dig. And the reason I don't build for winches anymore, so, but yeah, if I have dig, I want momentary. I want to get in and out real quick. If I have 4-wheel steering, the mixes on the hack GT3C are the best on the planet. Just absolute best on the planet. So, yeah. G5 without one looks cheap compared to the GT5. Let me get a GT5 for you. There's my GT5. So I actually think the GT5 has the better screen. You guys can see, I guess. There's more information on this one, but I think a GT5 may have. I know how to work this guy. Now this one also has SVC or a steering gyro on it that I've got to figure out. There's a lot to figure out on this radio. A lot. They both use 4 AA's down at the bottoms, but it has a good feel to it. It's just I got to be able to get to that nice and easy. As for this, super. I mean, I run the racetrack with this thing, literally. And I need to get a video clip of me actually driving. But I'm literally driving and recording at the same time. That's, I don't know. I just seem to be all right with it. Carson Green, thoughts on the Element Gatekeeper kit? Well, I think the Gatekeeper body is going to be too heavy, but I know a lot of people like it. What pedal tires do you recommend for? What pedal tires do I recommend? Holy moly, Chuck's RC. Heck yeah, buddy. Thank you. That is awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody out there, man. Oh, for UDR. The Traxxas paddles, that's about all that bolts onto the UDR unless something has changed that I don't know about. Proline V paddles work messed for mud. I mean, paddles can keep you on top of the mud. You don't even have to sink if you got power, right? And for a basher, crawler, and skill radios, yeah. And also, I use a different color printed one-hand adapter. That way I can look up at the radios from the, because I've got radios over there, and there over my doors. Yeah, I've got too many. I need to get them down, but I got a couple of those Dumbo RC radios too. And they're a very basic and simple radio, but they seem to work pretty darn good. Do you know anything about the G-Made Buffalo for a Class 1? Mark H. Sorry, buddy. I don't have the G-Made Buffalo. I've seen a few. They look neat, but I just haven't got one of those yet. And in all honesty, I need a cheap month of RC. I need a cheap month. I don't even know where I'm at now. Could be 13, maybe even upwards of 14 grand so far this year I've spent. So I got to, I need a cheap month. I gotta cut back a little bit. I've been spending like crazy. Crashes. Hey, buddy. Yes, sir. I'll be at Beat the Creek, man. I'll be wearing one of my Exocaged shirts, walking around with Steady Spin. Kevin is actually getting the booth, so he's going to have some products and all out there. I'm not having a booth out there. I'll have some products in my car, namely the Vidavon. So if you need some Vidavon out there, you're going to have to catch me when I'm at the booth or when I'm messing around. I hope to be able to drive around and mess around a little bit, you know. If I can get a body on this in some way, I'll actually bring the UGRC Dirty South. But if not, I'll bring SV2, bringing the Rift, SCX6, possibly the Capra Bouncer on top of that. And I don't know what else I'll bring. I can't bring everything. I need to borrow a U-Haul truck. Yeah, cheap month. I need a cheap month. I do. Now, the Proline Dumonts, I see a lot of good things, but I just have not had them. I've got so many sand pedal tires right now. It's like, I'm just overloaded with them. So, but they're different. They're not the same sand pedals that I've got currently. So maybe. Yeah, Beat the Creek is going to be fun. Bringing the electric raminator out there, because that's supposed to be in Friday. So David Hughes, my good buddy, has got to come pick it up for me. Yeah, I'm not going to leave $1,400 worth of package sitting in a box on my porch. I am leading a leaf spring run down Trail 2. I don't have any leaf spring vehicles. I'm probably going to bring the Sherp as well, just to see how that does out there. I had the Sherp out on the trail at USTE, and believe it or not, it was actually pretty decent. It really was. I was really surprised at how it handled the trails. You got any more videos of that new Losi 5B? I actually wanted to run that this past weekend, but the track was so muddy. I was like, no way. I did run the Typhon, and that is still out in the shed. I believe I got to do a full teardown on that thing. That track was bad. Bad. We had fun, but we had it. It was nasty. $15 for hair buns. Those are cheap. Those are cheap, but I want to do these right here, steady foams for 1.9s first. Got to find my other set of Proline crawler tires. This way I can just simply mount them up on these wheels right here, which I got from Rebel RC. I actually bought these at the USTE when I bought the Rebel RC right there, and I just haven't used them yet. But yeah, hopefully the Prolines will fit this. We'll find out. No, now on this, I'm probably going to use the J Concepts Tusk. Probably the Tusk, and I'll probably order another set of 3BRC anti-foams. Probably be what I do. This is also going to be around 6 pounds when it's all said and done. In case you missed it earlier, this is the UGRC Dirty South chassis. So this is going to be about 6 pounds. I'm not really worried about weight too much, but balance, that's a big thing. Yeah. But anyway, that should be a good one. Also got my heat sinks. I ordered 4 of these. These are supposed to fit the big 800 kV motors. So I ordered 4 of these. They're cheap, like $10, $12 or something. So I ordered 4 of those. You're awesome. Can I have a shout out? 333 Satan Half Evil. You got it, buddy. 333 Satan. That's a name. I've seen a bunch of awesome names. I wish I had RC events near me. Carson, make it happen, buddy. All these events, somebody had to step up to the plate and make it happen. You can be that guy for your area. Sandpaws are pretty tried and true. I like them. I got 2 sets, I think. The only leaf spring truck I've ever had was a TF2, the Marlin Crawler. I did a little bit of work to it. There's a couple of videos on it, but I just couldn't get into that build for some reason. I just couldn't get into it. You got rally cars at the BTC? I don't have any cars at all. Okay. Hey, these old flapping lips is back. Have to use anything besides Proline. RC, well, I am planning to do the, for this one right here, I'm planning to use the Tusk tires, which I might be able to put up round 3 of the tire test tomorrow. But I don't know yet. I've also got the Tekin RX4 ESC in Creep 6 to put up. If you're a member, you've probably already seen those videos. Because if you're a member, you just got about 6 or 7 more videos. And I was editing another one right before I came up here. Before I did this. Chris Johnson, hey buddy. The answer phones are such a kill. They are. They really changed the game. There's a lot of other guys out there trying to make them. And some of them are actually pretty good from what I can tell. In the tire test, Proline come in last. Man, my feelings were hurt when I did that. I did not expect my favorite comp crawler tire, which pretty much is a toss-up between the landmines and the crawlers, depending on the terrain. I was not expecting them to be at the bottom of the pack, man. That was not expected. That was not expected. Sunday afternoon before awards, we will be rally racing at BTC. Okay. I will be there Sunday. Just gave my Marlin crawler to him on a TF2 forever, and he's 26. All right. Papa Long RC. Entity RC X wide monster tire on Truggy. Not sure what that is. It's always great to have others who love the same hobbies. Clayton, that's what it's all about, buddy. Not only do we love the hobby, it's fun to be around everybody and talk it, you know. Even if you're talking smack, you know. If you guys hang out with me long enough, we're going to be talking smack. If I talk smack to you, I expect to get it back. And when it's all said and done, we're going to sit back and have a drink and some pizza or burgers or whatever, and we're going to talk some more smack. Because that's where the fun's at. Me and the guys, me, Mark, and Gary, you know, when we're out there running, man, it's just nothing but BS and back and forth. We have such a good time. And then we go out to dinner, and man, shoot, it's worth it. That's usually our Thursday nights. But life sometimes gets in the way. Semper Fi, you got that right. You got that right. Dirty South Racing checking in from Columbus, Georgia. I'm assuming I'll be seeing you at the skill comp, Dirty South. Dirty South. Oh yeah. Looking all day. You got that right. RC Master. What are you all up to? Talking smack. Will you be getting the SCX 24 Bronco? I don't have any plans to get that 24 Bronco. I've got 1, 2, 3 24s up there right now. They're all over there on another shelf. And I rarely take them out. And they're all modified too. Yeah, man. Which Pro lines would you use on the Max? The Sledgehammers, Proline Trenchers, or Badlands? On the Max, the little one, I'm still running the Sledgehammers on mine. I mean, I haven't blown them out yet, but then again, I don't sit there and let them diff out and pancake up, you know, like I've seen other people do, and then they go right on Facebook and complain, why did my tire blow up? Well, because you were driving like you didn't know what you were doing. That's a lot of it. I've done the 3.8 Pro lines and stuff on my Max, and it was too much for it. I'd have to gear down a lot. Man, as far as the honeybees go, I think I in that limb, I also had some shelving put up. That shelving's been up for 3 years. That was knocked down. Maybe I had a microburst, they call it. A little gust of wind that just kind of shoots down in there. And apparently that got the bead top and my shelf and that one limb, because nothing else was messed up. It was weird. Get all. Okay. Trev, hi. That's a 24-2. Do the anti-foams last? So far, mine are doing great. And according to what he told me, they was actually in testing for almost 2 years, which is a lot of testing when you have a brand new product. But according to what I was told, they were in testing for 2 years, all different climates, temperatures, and all that. So, great. Breast crawler tire found so far. A mud tire from Hobby Soul. I've got some Hobby Soul tires. They're like the V-Tread, I believe it is. And I've also got the R1C1, C1R1, RC, no, D1RC tires. Those are actually on my Rift right now, which I've got to get drive shafts. Vitavon's out of drive shafts. I can't get them. And I really don't want to spend on brand new ones, plastic ones. And I don't want any of the knockoff ones. They don't hold up. But Chris Taylor, I believe, is supposed to be bringing me a set of stock drive shafts. So when I get to Scale Nats, hopefully he'll have them for me, and I'll just buy them from him. At least that way I'll be able to drive the Rift a little bit. What was out there swarming that day? Simplify, that was honeybees. They apparently lost their hive or something, and they was out there swarming. We tried to save them, but nature just did not help us out on that at all. Just came in and just knocked the top off the trap that we had set up, where the hive could move into there with the queen and everything, and it just did not work out. I don't know where they're at. I haven't seen any more hives or any other swarms out there. But that was the first time I have ever had that I know of out here. Your anti-foams in the 6 still? Yes, they are. Now we'll have that this weekend. Yeah, that. Zero desire to take them things out. Zero. Kevin Mendez. I'm about to get the Losi SBR 2.0. That's an awesome vehicle. Mine is loud. And it's best for like blasting across, whoopy roads and all that stuff like that. It's best for that. Jumping it is a little bit on the weird side. That back end torques when you launch it. It'll pitch the whole truck in the air and make it land on its side. But as far as trophy truck and driving it like it's supposed to be driven, that thing is beautiful. Just beautiful. Love watching the suspension move and all that. Just really a nice vehicle. I'm hoping that I have some SCX6 drive shafts. I'm hoping they're in this shipment that I'm supposed to get tomorrow. We'll find out. I'm hoping. I should be okay, RC Daily. I should be okay. Like I say, Chris is supposed to be bringing me a set at the Nats, so I'll be able to get them from there. Tire wheel combo for Losi laser nut. I like the 2.8 sand paws, or I believe it was a 2.8 sand paws. What I really liked on my Losi laser nut. Yeah, there was a nice big knot of them up there in the tree. And then they all went to the hive, and then, well, nature decided to not help them out. You have the pit bulls on your 1/5? Anyone have recommendation for a TRX4 tire? Been running in water, river rock, and dirt. Heck, maybe a set of boggers from Hearthstone RC, maybe. Yep, that's it, man. Kevin, you got that right. Hey, what are you playing with? I can hear them. Oh, you guys can hear that? I still got that wheel in my hand. I'll get rid of it. I didn't realize you guys could actually hear that. It was picking that up. Dang. Will you be doing the longer links soon? I'm not planning on messing with any links on it. What's your opinion on the necessity of running shock covers and dust covers? I don't run them on any of my stuff. Usually a shock cover that seals just simply holds in dirt and stuff. It's amazing. Dirt and sand can go right through some material, and then it doesn't like to come out. So I don't run them on any of my stuff. They're nice. They look good, and I'm assuming they do what they're supposed to do, but I just don't use them on my vehicles. I will make sure I save you some, Chuck, if I get them. I know I got a set of axle housings coming, some shock towers, some rift stuff, 2.2s, beadlocks. So your bomber sand tires still haven't shown up yet. Well, what the heck? What's up with that USPS shipping, man? I just tried the stupid dust covers out, but still clean your RC. Good, protect electronics. Gotcha. Black Creeper Man. All right, buddy. Thank you. Definitely good for mud. Getting better handling with the Proline trenchers on this sledge. I did run. I wonder if I can run the small sledge tires. But anyway, I did run the Power Hobby belted sand paddles. When I get a chance to put that one up, that's actually up for members right now. When I think it's up for members. I think I got it in there. Yeah, that thing's pretty awesome. Yeah. Let me just hold more dirt, clean up. Love the Man, those J Concepts Fling Kings on the LMT, they're staying. They are still on that truck. Complete with the broken shock end. I got to order another piece at the bottom of it. I lost that somewhere, but yeah, they work really good on there. I've been used to the Firestorms, but slide a lot, you know. These don't slide. They just hook so good. Really. Everything from you except the drive shafts. Yep, I remember, Chuck. I remember, buddy. Robert Blanchard, New Jersey. Don't give me started on USPS. I ordered the tires before you sent me the bomber. Wow. Well, I sent the bomber. I sent that UPS, didn't I? Yeah, I sent that to you, UPS. Yep. So you say those pinion gears a little bit sharp on that thing? I don't think I ever opened up those axles, ever. That was just the way it was. That's my trying to put dusty motor shrouds on my chassis. Ultra fine stuff, it goes right through it. Stones and stuff, the larger debris, grass and sticks and stuff, yeah, that would definitely keep it out. Oh, those longer LMT links. I still haven't messed with those. I still haven't messed with anything on those. Just haven't messed with them. The 3.8 Muslim was siped and they just stick to everything. I had to try to fit it on. It's on the LMT. Heck yeah, buddy. Yeah, now with the anti-foams, what you could do is put them up front and you end up with a good soft front end, right? So, and then you can leave the backs normal, let them stay soft. What I've found is as long as you got that front nice, accurate, lack of side roll and all that, you get a much better steering. And when I first did the anti-foams, the first thing I did, like within the first, 3-4 feet, oh my God, it steers. It was just that big of a difference. I mean, just bam, I had control. Now, this one right here on the drive, these don't have the anti-foams. I'm thinking these actually have the alt foams out of Germany. I believe that's what these have in them. And they did pretty good, but it's not the right combo for this chassis. A little bit hoppy. You guys will see. And also, if you're on here right now watching, when that video comes up of the Dirty South chassis, check that description. There's a bonus video in there. And I don't put ads or I don't monetize the bonus videos. But anyway, that's in the description. Hope I remember to put it in, but it's up for members too. Yeah. So hopefully you guys remember, if you're into crawling and all that, check that description for this. Get a little bit more bonus for you guys. All right. Yeah, you did have it pretty darn quick on UPS. Yes, you did. Hey, Joy, what's happening? We were actually talking a little bit about USTE earlier with some parts and pieces. We've got a Creighton 8S Shinryu X. Creighton S, I'm disappointed. My wife was playing with it at a collision with an arm of granite. The arm lost. The granite broke your 8S? Now, granted, I have broken arms on my 8S Arma and the Outcast. That's pretty common around here for those. They're kind of known for it. But hopefully you didn't mess up the shock shaft or any of that stuff. You just buy a set of arms and be done with it. There you go, Chuck. I think you're onto something there. Let that back end move a little bit. Oops, excuse me. I ordered Vanquish Incision gears for the Bomber. How those gears have lasted that long, I'll never know. They never skipped on me. They held up somehow. Dude, I know I have the Renegades. Oh, yeah. Now, the Renegades are pretty darn awesome, too. They may actually hook up a little bit better, in all honesty. Friday RPM. Why would I use yarn in my crawler tires? Cheap and super soft. How much yarn are you putting into there? Are you like just stuffing it full of, like just stuffing it full or what? Keeping mud and grass out. Semperfi, what's your favorite line at the Exoplex? Probably the Nasty. The Nasty is difficult from the first drop in to the climb out. You know, you drop in, it's a narrow little spot to get by. Then you got a hard uphill right-hand turn to get up. Then you drop into the crack of doom, and that's just rough. Some vehicles can walk it so nice and smooth. Others are it's just impossible. And then when you get done with the crack of doom, you got the gap of death to deal with. Sometimes you walk it like it's not there, and other times it just beats your butt. It just happens. Chris Johnson, how much is a membership? You must be talking about the channel members. I have 4 different levels: $2 a month, $5 a month, $10, and $25 a month. So, and I say $2 is $1.99, $4.99, $9.99, all that, but that pretty much sums it up. Good question, Chris Johnson. Mick Scribbles. Hey, Joe, can't wait to get out to the Exoplex this weekend. David Hughes is going to be running the Exoplex this weekend because I'll be in Alabama, but it will be open. Later, Matt. Daniel Rota, have you ran your Creighton EXB? Yes, I did. I've got the Creighton EXB running. I've also already done the Creighton and Sledge comparison on the track. Yeah, I believe all of that is up for the members right now. I believe all of that went up. I believe so. Yeah. Not saying who got the win, but some people are going to be happy. But anyways, yeah, I have run the Creighton EXB. Long-time listener, first-time watcher. Well, hello, Mike J. All-season shredders. Hey, what's up? Uncover any more problems with the Traxxas Sledge. Buddy, I haven't had any issues with it. Maybe I got a good solid one, but so far mine has been really good. The servo's a little slow, but I've got the sway bar set too around here somewhere that I need to put on it. But maybe that'll help it out a little bit. I don't know yet. Again, the King Flings for my Rift and Bomber just for bashing around. The the Fling Kings or the Proline Black Mambas, those tires, they hook up so good. It's almost it almost takes the fun out of it because you can't really sling them without flipping the vehicle over. They both hook up so good. Yeah, just stuff that you find works for your tires are running. Easy to do with bead locks. Mike J. Ashley Connie. Yes, it is in the videos. Yep, there we go. Yes, my Blazer couldn't hang, but the Ecto did better. Yeah. Bucky Dandy from Louisiana. Wanting to bring my G-Speed down there just to try the nasty. Well, I mean, there is more than just a nasty out here, but that seems to be like the main focus of the park. Have you got a podcast or something? RC Master. This is it and the channel. I've been messing with TikTok a little bit. I'm almost up to 1,000 followers on TikTok. So once I get that, maybe I can do some TikTok lives or something. I don't know. I don't know what to even do on that platform, really. I just post up a video here and there. Got a lot of dancing women on there, though. That there is. A lot of them. All right. Guy Spencer, hey buddy. Chuck, I've asked for the Black Mambas for the X Max, for trucks like, you know, the Sledge and all that stuff. So, yeah. Take thoughts. You're right. You're right there, buddy. Chuck, I've actually got a Patreon. I'm not even sure if it's still active. I started it like about 2 years ago, but I don't know how it really works enough to make it worthwhile, because I believe, is it something like I need to set it up to where like what I'm doing with the channel members here, where the members get early viewing and stuff. But I actually do have a Patreon. I just have never really messed with it or any of that stuff. Yeah, the YouTube Shorts, that's something I need to get into. And I've done a couple of them, but I don't know. Can you tell me how wide the Vidavon LMT and Rift axles are hex to hex? They're the same as stock width. So whatever the stock width axles are on the trucks, that's what they are. Mambas for monster truck, just use the dually rims. Yeah, I guess you could do that. They're only about 6 inches tall, so they might well work for the like the Max or something. Listen to you, but don't watch you. Master, sometimes people will like just put on my videos in the morning. When almost all my videos, I try to put some tech in there, you know, try to talk tech and all in most of my videos. So it's possible they're just listening to me while they're driving to work or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm at their desk at work and they're just listening to some guy from Florida talk about RC trucks. I don't know. I bought that Vidavon pack and M2C pack. Should I do before and after build vids as my first vids? Run it with no mods, and then do do the necessary Vidavon parts, then do the chassis, and then add the rest, because you're going to have the bulkheads and all that. If you got all of that stuff, you can do all that with the chassis, but you can go and put all the knuckles and all that stuff on, you know, and show the differences between the two parts and pieces, you know, and take it out for a drive, you know. You got to find your own style, though. Good evening, Dixieland. Dixieland RC is here? Did I miss his comment? I'll be picking up some wheels from him at the Skill Nats. For this, I want to use the Pro Build wheels. I want to use those on that one. I think that'd be fun. A good wheel to put on there. Plus, I haven't had them yet. So, I kind of need to, right? That way, at least I can say I've got some Pro Builds. Have you done a Boom Racing build? Other than a few parts and pieces here and there, I've never done a full Boom Racing. Have you thought about getting a Gladiator? It's just another 10.3, just longer wheelbase. All right, listen to the, all right, so, that's interesting. So you guys do just listen to me? Why? When I'm editing videos, I'm like, gosh, shut up, shut up. Dude, stop saying that. I hear my voice enough. I hear my voice enough. I'm fine with a little silent time. Can you put DBX Lee 2.0 wheels on a Creighton S? Yes, you can. That was Civis Passern Parabellum. I probably messed up your name. Bagpipe Killer. Any word on upcoming Vidavon sledge parts? Arthur's trying to get a sledge. He's trying to get one. He's in China, and apparently they can't get shipments in, even though they can ship out. He's trying his best, but yes, when he gets it, he's going to do everything. So be ready for it. And you'll probably see everything on here too, as soon as he can get the truck. But yes, it's absolutely going to do the truck. He's just trying to get it. The trucks, the sledges are actually built in Taiwan. So it's not even in China. So he can't just walk across the street and grab one, you know? I've seen a few of the Conley V8s. They're super cool, but they seem to be a little bit weak. And the V8 and the Ramator, that's a lot of truck. It'll be interesting to see how the weight changes with the electrics and, you know, at least a set of 8,000 milliamp batteries. You know, it'll be interesting to see how all that works out. Ooh. I think I still have those 11,000 milliamp Gens Ace batteries. I do. 11,000 milliamp 4S Gens Ace batteries. Ha! I'll finally have a spot to use them. They're made for Creightons, but you got to stretch it all the way back. They're super big. Hopefully they'll fit that Raminator. That'd be awesome. Yes. Okay. I'd like to hear you laugh. I have a bad laugh. My laugh is just like a crazy dude. Capper axle on a 10.3. It would definitely widen it up. It's about 3/4 to 1 inch wider than the stock axles on there. I have a sign for my crawler. Well, that's the beauty, all season shredders, of crawlers. You can still fabricate these things yourself. And that's one of the things I like about them. RC Daily, you're cleaning that bench. Yeah, you said it was pretty dirty earlier. Is it all shiny now? ID20, I've got a Creighton 8 SEXB. I keep breaking rear turnbuckles. Is that a common problem? I've actually not really broken the stock turnbuckles on mine. The Vidavon stuff, that's super beef. You're going to break something other than the links to the Vidavon. They are all metal. They're not that junky pressed in brass ring stuff either. Yeah, they're beefy. They are beefy. Trev, do you sell any RC stuff? I do. I sell Vidavon parts. Sometimes I have reefs and home stuff in stock as well. Let me try something here. Exocaged@yahoo.com. That is my email address. If I have what you want in stock, it'll ship the very next day. So hopefully, if you need something and I have it in stock, boom, gotcha. I think going, look, during the RAM, going to be a ton of unsprung weight on top. It might be. I mean, the motor system isn't going to be very heavy. The batteries are going to be where the weight's at. It's got a 49cc motor in it, so it should be about the same, right? What's the make or break deal between Trio and Vidavon? They are competitors in the aftermarket alloy world. You know, the CNC 7075 stuff, they are competitors. So each one wants to be first and each one wants to have the better parts and make the most money. It's just kind of the way it goes. Did going with the Vanquish Dig and Trans battery up front make a difference with your 10.3? What I've got in my 10.3 is the Element transmission, and it's just sitting right in the middle. It uses an adapter from Bauhaus RC. It bolts right in. That was a wonderful thing for me on that truck. Will DBXE 2.0 wheels fit a Creighton? Yeah. The DBXE 2.0 will fit a Creighton, yes. You must have missed it because I did answer that earlier. Stuck in trees, hey buddy. Yeah, bagpipe killer, yeah. I am waiting on Vidavon. I've got the motor mount for the 5B, but he's working on battery mounts and the servo ESC servo ESC and receiver mounts. Once I get all of that together, then I'll do the full conversion for you guys. That should be awesome. And I'm probably going to power it with the ExoLex 2 ESC. All right, Chuck's RC. Yeah, buddy, I'll see you Saturday. Have a good one, man. When's the next time you're hitting up a natural trail? Oh, that's a good question. It's kind of hard to get away sometimes, working, coming home. The only natural trails I know of around here are kind of short. They're not really, actually, I've got a video I'm supposed to be editing. I've recorded it like in December with the SEX6. So it's like a nice scale trail ride. I just haven't got to the editing. Need to figure out how to even edit that one. I was actually going to try to edit that one on a computer too. Not on the phone. What's the difference? The Vanquish transmission with dig and the Axial transmission with dig. Well, the Vanquish 3 gear and the Axial have about the same dimensions. And then the Vanquish dig goes on both of them. I guess it depends on how much money you want to spend. Really. Yeah, I think Talbot has one, what was it, with the 70cc or something? I know, or was it Sparks that had the 70 or 80cc? Insane loud. I mean, insane loud. Gregory Santos, what's your name of your part? It is called the Exoplex. Review got a lot of weight. I mean, the trucks weigh 80 pounds or so. I've been told. I haven't actually put it on a scale yet, but they say it is. It makes sense why you, man, a badass course, yeah. Peace out, Joe. Looking for your next trip out to the Exoplex. Awesome, man. Good deal, man. And like I say, it'll be open this weekend. Next weekend, I'll be here. Maybe we'll have electric raminator to play with by next weekend. Maybe. We'll have to find out. Holy moly. I talk enough as it is. Now I get on here and I just never shut up. I've got a craving for some French fries now. Anyway. All right. Let me see. I had some other stuff I wanted to show you guys, but I got to find it. Oh, that's a good question. Glenn Stauffenberg, what your most expensive build so far this year? That's easy. That's the Raminator. And I bought it for $4,000, and I just spent about $1,249.99 at Primal RC for the electric conversion. So now it's at about roughly $5,300. Just say $5,300, just to be round on that. So far that is my most expensive one. As far as building it goes, it was already built when I bought it. What motor am I going to run in the Ram? Is the electric conversion comes with a 500 kV. So I'm just simply going to bolt that in and give it a drive. I mean, I'm just simply going to bolt it in and drive it with that. See how it works. If I think it needs more juice, more torque, which I don't believe it will. In all honesty, I don't want this thing to do 50. I don't need it to do 50. I just want a good run with it. I probably could fit another one of those 7120 motors in there, 680 kV. That will bump it up a little bit. Have you seen the review? Got the RGT Rescuer? I have not. Boneyard, Buddy took his new 10.3 first run. As he plugged in the battery, the dig servo started smoking. Unfortunately, that is not uncommon. Those dig servos are not very good. They probably cost Axial about a nickel. That's about all they're worth. So I don't know what to say about that one other than they're not very good servos. I'm looking to get into crawling. What's a good starter rig with all the bells and whistles? Are you talking about a TRX4 Bronco or Blazer? They got selectable diff locks, a 2-speed transmission, bomb-proof, bulletproof. They can take anything you want. Trev, do you know how to get an RC shirt? I do. I believe he's still on TikTok. Not TikTok, Instagram. I got to check and see if he's still posting, because you get them from a guy in Russia. Yeah, so there's a whole lot of going on over there. I honestly don't know if anything can come out of Russia right now. Oh, yeah. I forgot about the 1000s on the Ram. Golly, another 700 on top of that. So, yeah, that puts it at $6,000. Oh, my God. And then when I do the rear steer, the Beast 2000s, that's going to come later on in the year. I need a cheap month of RC. I need a cheap month, guys. Cheap. Like one that doesn't cost me $3,000. Glenn Stauffenberg, I like the Phoenix. I really do. I like the features. The selectable overdrive is really neat. Being able to use the dig on it is also really neat. That's it right there. I just don't have the wheels and tires on it right now. We're going to see it do a wheelie from the stop. Yes, it will, Craig. Probably get slap wheelies and all kinds of good stuff. Portals, 2-speed, unlocking discs. The review guy. Oh, okay. Is that the same as the RC Rebel RC truck there? Good. Well, the Rubicon is a loaded truck, yeah. Is the RGT the same as the Rebelcon? I don't know. This kind of sounds like it. As far as I know, the U.S. is not accepting Russian imports. Well, that would explain it. I mean, I doubt we would anyway, right? Did you add any kind of wheel hex offset on the Element Ecto? I did not. In fact, my Ecto still has the plastic wheel hexes on it. Never changed them, never broke them, but I've kept it light. And I've also kept it moderately powered. I've never put massive power to it and go rip roaring around. All seasons, yeah. Geez, I think I'm up to 63 RCs, and they're all modified. I think at least 60 of them are. I did a Endura test, the little chassis SCX-10.2. Not a big fan of that one. It just has some very weird issues, but that's been a while back. Maybe they've changed and got things better. All right, Buck Dandy. See you at the nets. Take up knitting for a month. How much is yarn? I would probably spend $1,000 on yarn. Swedish guy, mate. What's your first hobby grade RC? My first hobby grade RC. Oh boy. We're talking back in the early 90s. First hobby grade. I mean, I had the Kmart cards because Kmart was a big thing around then. Radio Shack, but had a Lobo, RC Lobo from years ago. The Malibu from Radio Shack, I had that. Maybe it was the Traxxas Sledgehammer. No, I don't know. It's been a long time. I don't really know the exact answer on that one. I don't know. It's been a while. It's from Banggood, but it looks like it has quality. Now Banggood has a monster truck where they used to with a full carbon chassis, and that I was wanting, but I just didn't want to throw out $350 for the darn thing. See, RC Daily, I have no idea what's going on with that right now. All I know is I can't ship anything to China. I've been trying the last couple of days. Good old Radio Shack. Ever crashed an RC into yourself? Ronnie Lab. Of course. Multiple times. Sometimes when you guys watch my videos and I'm like standing on the back side of that jump and I come across it, sometimes it's closer than what I want. But I'm usually okay now. But yeah, I've run into my feet. I've smacked my leg. I'm really good at aiming for my legs, by the way. Really good at that. Lunchbox. See, I never had the Lunchbox, but I did get the Midnight Pumpkin here recently just because I always wanted it. I had a Clodbuster when I was a kid. Yeah, it might be just commercial. I'm not sure. If you want to build a 10.2 over a very long time, buy the knockoff Endura chassis. Well, if I wanted to build a 10.2, I would just simply save up a little bit and spend $240 and get the 10.2 kit. And get an actual legit axial truck. Which my SV2 and SV1 are built off of a 10.2 kit. I bought a new charger today. I hope it'd be okay. Ultimate Power Up 8.2 by 200. Is it 200 watts on each channel? That should charge some batteries pretty quick. What? You destroyed your front end on your Kronos? How? Dude, I had mine on 6S with the 1717 motor, and man, standing backflips, rip roaring. What did you hit? You must have hit something to break that Kronos. Mine has been awesome. I'm up to 4 SCX 10.2s. Only one was an RTR. my ankle. Yeah, I was running my Offna double chassis. I welded the chassis together. It's an old video, but I believe it's still up. I did that at 8S, had a Max 5 Poseidon 1500 kV motor in it, Savox 1230 servo, Offna. I ended up hitting my toe. And I will tell you this, I was limping for about 2 weeks. I should have went to the doctor, but I could move it just a little bit, so I don't think it was broken. But it had to have been close. And I will tell you this, I probably made up 14 brand new cuss words on the ride home. Wow. Oh, wow, that was a... Of course, I'm doing it in flip-flops, too. That didn't help. I could have used steel-toe boots on that run. 300. Wow, that's really good. That's a good, strong charger you got there, Swedish guy. Anyone watch Razor RC? Don't jump the sledge 20 feet in the land square on top of a metal fence post. Well, I could see that causing an issue. Yeah. Smash that button, you three slackers. What do we got? Well, we got 80. I'm seeing 82 likes and 77 viewers right now. 77 of you guys, so that's pretty good. Hey, look, Brian's back. Not bad. You should toss a Flyer 400 amp in that 5B. Man, I had a Flyer 400 amp and I did not like that. I ended up giving it away to Sean Larman. He said, dude, just take this thing. I could not get that to run right. And it was in that 12S Creighton, which happens to be, well, I guess it's down bottom. The 12S Creighton. And I just couldn't, for some reason, I just did not like that ESC. I spent $80 on parts. Yes, sir. I know the feeling. I got about 120 in my A-main cart right now that I need to go check out on. I shop A-main all the time. But I need to wait till I get back, or at least order while I'm up there, because I don't want things to show up here and sit around while I'm gone for 4 days. You know? Taco Tuesdays. Man, what is tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah, because today's Tuesday. By the way, Little Guy Racing makes +8 axle for this at 24, so you don't need... Yeah, I do need to get a hold of that guy. I do need to get a hold of him. Because I would like to widen the bouncer up where it needs to be without those stupid spacers on there. I got a set of SSD diamonds with metal hubs. Why would that be held for review? The project. I got the Prodigy 610. The 4, it's got 100 watts by 4. I use that literally almost every single day. If it was to blow up today, I would either have a brand new one shipped from A-Main, or I'd be out hunting, the local hobby shops. We got 2. I would go to 2 of them. I would take a vacation day to go buy a charger if that charger blowed up. Oh, yes, I would. 12S isn't scary, Mir. It's not scary as long as your vehicle is built for it. If your vehicle is built for it and it, is geared for it and all that, then everything is fine with 12S. Just like 8S. Used to be like 8S was, oh my God, 8S is going to go crazy. Well, if you build for it, if you motor for it, if you gear for it, 8S is very workable. I mean, heck, 8S on my SCX6 is beautiful. It's not wild and crazy unless you decide to get wild and crazy. Then it can be. 2 weeks ago, putting those axles together. Oh, yeah. My 8S Spectrum setup. They ordered 8 scale. 8S, they ordered you at 8 scale? Yeah, 8S Spectrum. So you're talking about something for like your Creighton 8S. Just go with a Max 5. Go with a legit Hobby Wing on that, man. I think you'll get a better ESC. Sometimes when Spectrum and these other companies, they get knockoffs from like Hobbywing, because Hobbywing provides a lot of ESCs for a lot of different manufacturers. They take features out. It's like they try to save that half cent or something by not having a feature in there. I don't get it. Just leave it full featured. Put your sticker on there and be done with it, you know? 2.2s. If you're not looking for scale, get the actually right there, the 2.2 ruptures. Those can be found. Those are actually available at 2.2 ruptures. Also, the 2.2 trenchers by Proline. They're also really good. Rude, crude, and socially unattractive. Flapping lips. Bagpipe. Castle Phoenix Edge ESC in the 5B. I don't even know about the Phoenix Edge, but that'd be something to look at. Aged pasta. I need to get new C-hubs for my bomber. The part where the shoulder screw goes in and stripped out. All right. Well, you can get the stock plastic ones. There's all kinds of aluminum. The bomber uses an AR-60 axle. Parts all over Amazon. Parts all over eBay. And they're not expensive. STRC has some nice ones. You can throw down for some Vitavon, or you can get Frank, Bob, George, whatever it is, you know, brand. Rumpelstiltskin probably has parts for that thing. I don't know. But yeah, that's been around so long. There's lots of parts for it. All right, high tech. Yeah, I had the 4-bay high tech one. Only 50 watts per channel though. That got to be a hindrance when I got bigger vehicles. Daniel Realtek, he's a Prodigy 610 quad charger. 100 watts each channel, 4. Just think about 4S in a crawler. Just not 4S. Yeah, it used to be like crazy. Oh yeah, and 4S is becoming a thing. You know, like I say, if you use like a low kV motor, 4S brings it up. You get all the good control. You get the wheel speed, and I believe the lower kV motors are smoother on startup just by the nature of the design. So yeah, I would say by the end of the year, 6S crawler motors will probably be perfectly normal. You're probably talking for a 6S, probably talking anywhere in the like 750 kV range, you know, something like that. And I think that would actually run really good. You just have to run 2 of the little 3S batteries in series, you know. But I think that is absolutely doable. I had the Spectrum 160 amp ESC with a 1250 and the Chronos. Okay. The 46 cents for 19 opinions, still more power. 6S, man. Wow, I bet your Chronos does standing backflips like mine does on 6S. That 1650 on mine with the 17 tooth pinion gear with a stock spur gear, standing backflips instantly. Holmes Hobby Mini Robert. Yeah, hopefully he gets those Crawlmaster Mini ESCs in. You know, we're still waiting on those. Everybody's waiting on those. Yeah, Trill makes good parts. Oh, Flapping Lips. That name is awesome. Pirate 904, servo suggestion for the 3S V3 Typhon. Well, if your budget can take it, go with like the Power Hobby 729. I believe those are around $85 or so, but they're good servos, and they should be fine in that. But you could probably do something a lot cheaper. Just getting the speed and the power together, that's where things start adding up. I put a lift kit on those. Wow, you put a lift kit on the 221 Bronco. Does it fall over real bad? I've never put a lift kit on one of my TRX4s. Nope, bash it too. Just not many calls. What charger would you recommend for 4S batteries? My crawler is going to 4S, and I'm saving for a TLR Typhon. Okay, all seasons. If you're going to be going bigger on the vehicles with a Typhon, my thoughts are, if you can't find a deal locally, go ahead and go big on that charger. It's like filling up your vehicle with gas. You're going to use it, and you're going to use all of it. I mean, heck, this Prodigy that I got is $230. It's not cheap, but heck, it charges everything at 100 watts per channel. But if you can't go that route, there are much cheaper ones, 4-bay chargers on Amazon that you can get. I haven't looked at them recently, but they got to be, half that price or so. Trailing arm conversion on your trail runner. I did that. Extreme 4x4 RC, 4x4 Extreme RC, something like that. Do they still have that kit? Because I've got that on my trail runner. It worked pretty darn good. That was before the Gatekeeper ever came out, too. It's nuts. I bet it is, Ronnie. Mine is, too. Best wheels for the Creighton 6S. I've only run mine a couple times and the stock tires are still alive, but I would have to say a nice belted Proline. Probably going to be your best bet on that, You could also do like the older Badlands. Those hold up really good. They have a little bit of expansion, so you can get a little bit of a better backflip on them. In fact, I've been meaning to work on my old eRevo, like these right here. I've been meaning to work on this because I want to see how well it can actually hold up to the sledge. But I got the order servos and stuff. It needs a lot of work. And it's literally right here for the last week. It'd be great for Traxxas to come out with a 6S 5th scale TRX6. I wish Traxxas would have come out with something that can compete with the SEX6. I really do. Swedish guy, Kronos, 46 Spurs, well, they tamed it a bit with the 52 on the V2. Yeah, I got the 2022. And really, the gearing in the axle housings, the gearing is fast. It's like an e-buggy. So it's really, they could have went lower gearing on the axle, on the diffs. Well, excuse me, but I believe they just did the same buggy gearing on that. So that's kind of why we actually run like a 13 tooth or something, but I got a 17 on it. If I'm going to stay 6S, I'm going to drop to a smaller pinion gear. But 4S, it runs pretty good. Yes, Castle ESC. They are very loud, especially in crawlers. In the bashers and stuff, you can't really hear any of that because you're going to hear motor and gear noise and all that stuff going around. So, charger is at servos by the best you can afford. Swedish guy, you're right, man. Probably makes a 2-side charger, I think. Yeah, they do. They do have the 2-port charger. Look up Ultimate Power Up 8. Specs are amazing. Wireless charge your phone. Ultimate Power Up 8? Oh, boy. Let me add that to my notes. Ultimate Power Up 8 charger. All right. Got that in my notes. I'm going to go daydream at chargers for a minute. There's a lot of them out there. If you're going to be running big 4S or 6S batteries, the higher the wattage, the better. Really. I mean, even like mine, is rated for 10 amps. I don't get 10 amps out of it on a 6S because of the wattage and voltage and all that stuff. It's all a formula calculation thing. 4S's charge up pretty good. Okay, so Anthony, you got the Proline dual stage phones for your SEX6. Did you get the Swampers to go with that? Or are you putting them into these stock tires? If they do, I hope it doesn't top 800. Yes, they are buggy geared. Okay, so yeah, that will be why it's so fast. And that was probably why I was having heat issues with the motor. Man, that 17 tooth is wild on this one. Just coming on. So how are you liking the sledge? I'm willing to get the next shipping come out. So far, my sledge has been great. My sledge has been absolutely awesome. I've not had the pin issue. I did the O-rings on the rear axle shafts, so no issues there. Stock system, 6S is plenty for me. Back flips are easy. 4S is kind of lame. And it holds temperatures pretty decent. At least mine does. So I'm happy with how my sledge is turning out. If I had to do it all over again, if I could pick either the Max V2 or the sledge, and I could only do one, and it had to survive, I'd probably pick the Max. In all honesty, the Max is just awesome. Trex is kind of messed up on the sledge when it comes to the spur gear. They use the same gear material like they use on the Max and the X-Max and the other trucks, but those vehicles have an enclosed gearbox, you know, so less chances of getting rocks or large debris in there to break the gears. On the sledge, it's wide open like most other 8-scale vehicles are, so people are breaking the teeth off of them. Traxxas should have put a really good quality spur gear on that thing. So yeah. Let me see. Just realized you was talking about the 6 and not the 6x6. Okay. That's okay. South Florida. I can barely talk tonight. Average car guy. At 101 likes. Little upvotes. Did you try the Radio Link? Just saw they came out with a 7-channel splash-proof receiver. I do have a Radio Link RC6GS, but it's so awkward and bulky as opposed to the GT5. Plus, driving that one-handed just doesn't... It's hard to do. I get a cramp in my muscle finger, my steering muscle right there. Hey, guys. Kevin Talbot's here. What's up, dude? Of course, I'm late on seeing that. You guys see all the comments before I do. I get all kinds of lag. Oh, man. So, there's a lot of heat, buggy gearing. And have a bigger diff pinion, a smaller spur to give it RPM rush. I got you. Yeah. I'll probably need to gear mine down a little bit. So, yeah, man. So, on the swappers, I want to get them going about the high rates for this one. I got you. All right. So, Kevin, you tore the Kronos up. So, I think I saw some of that one. Saw your videos and all that stuff, man. It's brutal. I like that big, long one you did when you put the 8S crate and stuff on there. That was cool. And yes, it did handle well, didn't it? So that was pretty awesome to see right there. Oh, man. Yes, the skateboard truck. When he cracks open the Creighton and then goes down and grabs the Outcast or the Creighton, that was awesome. Yeah. Oh, I've got to stop. Got my heat sink out here. Oh, man, I can catch my breath for just a second. Oh, man. So, or am I lagging on comments? Oh, there we go. Dude, the snowboard really did good. Now, Kevin, I got a video that's up for members right now with the Kronos. I put 6S on it with a 17, 17, 16, 50. And man, that thing is just taking it great. Standing backflips, just popping great. I thought I actually broke it this time, but mine's actually surviving. But yeah, 6S, 16, 50, 17, 17 with the Basher Queen spacer to get it up so you can fit the motor. I think it runs pretty darn good, man. I mean, just stupid power. Ah, the paddles. What was the Exoplex? Man, having the Exoplex in my backyard is just awesome. Having all the concrete stuff back there, and I've done it with my friends, helped me out so much on that. With the Exoplex on the crawling and stuff, you know, I've got my test area there, you know. I can literally do everything right here, but getting out, going to other locations is still awesome. And my big sand area is now completely shut down. So I can't go. That's why you don't see me out at the big sand area, you know, where I used to go blast and all that. That's why you don't see me out there anymore. I can't go. Yeah, Calvin, I tell you, I'm seeing all your skateboard park videos and all that. I'm kind of glad I don't have a skate park around me, because I'd be right out there doing the same stuff. I really would. So I'm kind of lucky I don't have a skate park around here. So, because I'd be right out there doing the same stuff, man. I really would. Those skate park, the transitions are so smooth. Such a smooth launch out there. I've got the launch ramp and all that, but I got my dirt piles and, you know, stuff. And with the rain that we get, at least my dirt is kind of soft when I land. Oh, man, on the Creighton 6S, I plow that thing into the dirt hard, too. Oh, man, Swedish guy. Dude, thank you. It's awesome, man. Kevin, I haven't seen your monster truck in a while. Have I been missing videos on that? Because you're building your new monster truck? I want to see that thing run. Will you try to drive it like you drive an X-Max? I hope not. If not, you're going to be in the hospital. Man. Yeah, Kevin could build an Exoplex pretty easy. I know it. If Kevin brought his monster truck to the Exoplex, I'd say hit everything you want, just because it will be that awesome. Wiring can take forever. I know years ago when I built my own truck, I did complete wiring bumper to bumper, and man, I put just the wires that I needed. Only the wires I needed, no extra wires. And I had a mess of spaghetti in that thing. My old truck, it had an air suspension front and back. It had ARBs, so I had all the solenoids and switches, and then I took the gauge cluster out and put all new autometer gauges in it. It did not have a speedometer on the thing. It just had a tachometer. Then the CB radio, because that was kind of a thing back then, you know. So it was just a whole different world, but man. Wiring can be, Kevin, wiring, not only is it a pain to get right, when you put power to it, you're thinking, I hope I don't have anything crossed. Do I have something crossed? You know, it's like, So if you have switches and fuses and all, like a fuse bank and all that, if you're not 100% sure that your wiring is right, pop them fuses out, power it up, and then put one fuse at a time. Just a thought there. I'm not sure if you have like a fuse bank or any of that kind of stuff on there, but yeah, when you first power up a truck or something, you know, like that, that's always nerve-rattling. And also, when I tear an engine apart, which I haven't done in forever, that first fire up is like, man, is my timing right? Is this thing going to blow the carburetor off of it? Is it going to backfire and pop the mufflers off of it? I've had all of that. I've had the carburetor fire, been through all that years ago. So, well, Kevin, if you're 100% you did it wrong, get it on video. I'm sure you will. Wiring can be a nightmare. It really can. I tell you what, Kevin, I'm really impressed at your welding. I used to weld a lot when I built my truck years ago, and you can weld, dude. You got some good fabrication skills. That's impressive to see that. Bolting stuff together, messing with these RCs, that's all fine and dandy, but to see you actually weld and put those pieces together and set that up, that's impressive, buddy. I'm telling you right now. Been there, done that. I've had the diddy balls go off and go right down my shorts. That was not fun. I've had my foot on fire. I've been welding underneath the trailer, putting a toolbox on, and smelt flames, and had flames all around me. Yeah, I have tried to flux MIG over rust overhead. Not a good sign. Not good at all. That hurts. I welded one time without a shirt on. Let's just say I had a sunburn in areas that have never seen the sun. Lesson learned on that. Yeah. I've had some fun with a welder before. Oh man. Two of the best YouTube guys on the live stream. Thank you, Bagpipe Killer. Man, those little diddy balls, they will get you. I used to have, because I welded in flip-flops too, tops of my feet will be all dotted, little red dots all over them, and then you go cutting something off, or you weld and you pop a piece off a bolt or something, and you happen to step on it, and you walk around like, I got to click on my flip-flop. Well, there's a bolt melted into the bottom of the flip-flop. Yeah. But those days are gone. I'm just lift a whole motor and ESC with 3 fingers now. Yeah, man. Yes, yes, yes. 100%. Yeah. Welding is one of those things. Yeah, my PPE was not really what it should have been. At least I had the mask on, the nice auto darkening mask. At least I had that. Most of the time I wore gloves when I was welding too. You got that right, Kevin. Lift a whole truck with one hand. That's for sure. When I was a kid, I was working on one of RC cars. I had a little tiny bit, and my mom was in there. I'll never forget that. It was talking to me, this and that. I drilled through something, drilled right through my finger. You can see where the bit almost came completely out of my fingernail. My mom almost passed out. I just pinched it off and was just like, it'll be okay. Yeah, like, just pinching that thing off, trying to keep the blood in there. Okay, the Raminator's a little bit of a different story there, Yeah, you don't just pick that up with 3 fingers. Use like 2 hands and a couple grunts. Man, I remember before I converted this room, I literally would like take a blanket and put in the living room floor and work on my stuff. That was before I even was recording anything. I wasn't recording anything. Now, when it does come to welding, I don't know why, but I was actually better overhead than I was vertical. I got a little story about welding. I cut the chassis and I put some cups into the chassis, which was made out of like a 10-inch water pipe. I cut it, well, it because the truck had airbags. I had to have room for the bags to work and all of that. So I'm welding this thing up, I'm welding it up. I'm like, man, it looks kind of crappy. I took a grinder to it and half the weld was nothing but air. So I really messed up. And that was with MIG flux core. So I cleaned it back up and I did it again, checked it. I finally got them in pretty good and solid. But I had to, I don't know if they call it Frenching, I guess it is. But I had to put a cup inside the chassis because the airbag had to sit right here. And then it was a rolling lobe style airbag, so it had to have room to work. You don't want that bag rubbing on anything because then you get a hole in it. But had the York air compressor on it, 414 roller Windsor, Monster transmission C6, 203, 205 doubler, Pro Rock 60 front with ARBs, RCVs, 14 bolt rear, and a Tom Woods front drive shaft, a high angle drive line rear drive shaft, full PSC hydro steering on it, Holley EFI. It would raise and lower like a foot, and I could literally carry the front end of a Hummer. A Suburban got stuck on a stump one time, and I had the rear winch. It had winches front and back. Had it pulled over the cage, and I'm pulling on the Suburban, and my truck pulled a big old wheelie. I'm like, oh man! And I set it back down. I told everybody, where's the cameras at? Nobody got a picture. So then they pull the cameras out to try to get a picture, and it just pulls the Suburban off. So, and I was about maybe 100 miles away. I was on, not 100 miles, maybe 50. But I was on 46-inch claws at the time. His Suburban got really tore up. So he used my Super Duty and my gooseneck to drive his truck home on my trailer. And I had to drive my truck on the 46-inch claws. It did have a tag on it all the way home. That truck got about 4 miles per gallon. And at that time, I don't know that I had full hydro steering on it at that time, but it was a white knuckle ride like this the whole way. Crazy. Okay. Yeah, got me all sidetracked here. Yeah, those were the days. I missed the truck, but I don't miss working on it. I miss driving it. I miss going up into the mountains. And when you're in the mountains, it's like, that's where you're at. Take your tools, take your spare parts. Because if your truck messes up, you're walking out of there. And it's not an easy walk. Ah, man. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I use flux around here for the most part. Prep work is everything. Prep work is everything. When it comes to welding, preparation is a key. Yep, I just see that. It's an art form. Yep. I've done some TIG work. Usually steel. I mess with TIG on aluminum once or twice, but not really a whole lot with that. Done some stick welding too. But most of mine was just MIG. I welded up my wheels too. I had the Hummer H1 Hummer wheels, the dual beadlock 17s. And then I ordered the centers. So I literally set that up. I made the little ring, I tapped them into place, put them on one of my hubs and spun them so they were true. Then I tack, locked everything into place. And then I burnt the middles right into the wheels. So I literally made my 17-inch beadlock wheels, the centers, the 8-lug and all that. And believe it or not, they did not break out when I smacked that rock. I smacked a rock hard too. I was trying to get up this thing called boat ramp. Didn't work well. I gave it a try though. Did not work well. Yeah, the no sparks, that's a good thing. Because I've set some fires before. Man. Whoa, we are at 9 o'clock. Guess we'll go for a few more minutes here. We got 60 guys watching. So real quick, let me get some questions taken out. 82 Toyota on 39.5s. 39.5s was a really good sized tire. I never made it out to Moab. I never saw Lions back. The most famous thing of Lions back is when that Blazer was coming down it and the brakes gave out because the guy who was letting his wife drive did not show her the proper way to drive down something. So that really, I think they were okay. I know I've been on trails like in Tellico, North Carolina, that because I had a full size, my tire is right on the edge, and I'm looking down like 100 feet, and there's nothing but a few trees to catch you if you were to slip off of it. And you're up against the wall over here, man. Your tires, your sidewalls are just up against the wall. You're like, oh my God, trails got real narrow. I guess they were for the narrow Jeeps, but I'm here with a full size on 44 Swampers at that time, and it was nerve rattling when you go into Teleco, when you sign in, and man, you better take your tools, you better take lunch. Which brings up another story. I was driving down this trail called School Bus. I just made it up helicopter. I drove up guardrail. Drove up helicopter pad. I was driving down School Bus. I heard a snap. Part of the gasket broke off on the oil pickup, on the oil pump, locked up the distributor shaft, which sheared the gear pin, okay, and shut the motor down. On the trail, I used a cooler. I dropped the oil pan, pulled the oil pump off, repaired the pump. I did not have a pin, and I sent my buddies on out there. They went to get me parts. Anyway, I had everything put back together, and here they come about 9 o'clock at night. They had a distributor for me. They had oil for me. These guys, they brought the stuff back right. I was fully prepared to just sleep on the trail in the mountains, and I was hearing some animals out there. I really was. But anyway, they came back. I put the distributor in. Boom, it worked. I timed it by ear, you know, like, okay, boom, it's running, and out we went. And I'm telling you what, those rocks, they get really big at night. I got body damage coming out of that trail, but man, it was fun. Never forget that. Okay. Yeah, let me see here. All right. I lost the shaft on the rip. That's horrible. Mine's back may have been up and down a few times. No vid, just pics. Too bad it's closed. Yeah, they closed that one for sure. Any suggestions for Trex's TRX gear mesh? Well, there are typical holes in there where you can set those up. Would love some 44s, buddy. I've had the 35 boggers, the 44 swamper, the 46 claws, and when I finally got out of that, it had the 43-inch swampers on it. $700 a tire. That was a lot of money back when you're making about $10 an hour. So, any thoughts on a crawler? TRX4 SEX 10.3 by Jamie Mira. Chris Pierce, my TRX4 is crazy loud with a plastic motor mount. I can change the binding. The stock 11-tooth pinion gear on the Traxxas uses the spot C on your holes. So if you got the stock 11-tooth pinion gear and it has change the binding of pulling, and you got something loose, dude. You got something loose if you have all that motion in there. Something is loose. Same as all cars, not too tight. Just make sure the teeth will bottom out. I wish there were more here stateside. I'm going to keep this going until I get off work. Yeah, I need to go ahead and wrap this up because I got to get my video set up for tomorrow and all that. So, but I'm totally enjoying this chat right now. This is awesome. Headmaster ended up in the ditch. Yeah, detention was out. How do you do backflip? The X-Max can't get mine over. Jamie. Well, you got to hit it. I'm much cheaper here. Mine was about 8K. South Florida, you heard that? Sam is outside the door. If I let him in, he's coming right up on you. You heard my cat meow? Really? Okay, Sam, relax, buddy. Here he comes. He was like telling me it's time to go. Time to go. You just stay down there, big boy. Anyways, I wish I could share it. 72 Ford Maverick is up. Norfolk. Got the headphones on. Wow, I cannot believe you heard my cat outside the door. That's awesome. When can you send the Primal RC to the moon? That would probably be a question for Kevin. I'm probably not planning to send mine to the moon. He's actually laying down right now. So he's perfectly fine down there. You just lay down there and relax. I know at the USTE, the Raminator we had there, the guy, he made it up the big ramp. I want to say he was about maybe 10, 11, 12 feet up. And he tapped the brakes on the Raminator. It barely made it up. But he actually flat landed it. He broke a shock rod end. Oh, there's Sam. He broke a rod end. So, anyway, but yeah, he actually put it over the big ramp. I was impressed. That's a USTE video from this year, the Basher Park video, I believe it is. Yeah, he's there. So, Nick. Yeah, Kevin, you were talking about you hit one ramp and you clear over and you land on the next one. The last one I saw, the ramp was all wet and stuff, so I don't believe you had enough traction to really get it. But yeah, you sure tried. Got to make a cat seat for the Raminator. Now, he might ride on like a little wagon behind the Raminator. Now that it will soon be electric, so. All right, so if this is starting to die down, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. We'll give it just a few more minutes here, but not even 4 or 5 minutes. So, guys, I'm going to go and wrap this up. I got to get some stuff set up, finish another edit, and get that set to upload. I've got 4 more videos to get done tonight. Jeez. It's a never-ending thing. I'm always videoing. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you for the visit, Kevin. Absolutely awesome. Thank you, guys. Again, your questions are phenomenal. And you guys get me talking on all kinds of stuff. No, Sam, you'll be turned it off early. You guys get me talking on stuff. It's just awesome. Always an awesome night here. JD, I can't do another 45. Got to go ahead and wrap this one up, man. 5 o'clock work comes early. So, yep, beat the creek for sure. This weekend, Scale Nats in Alabama. So, I'll be there. Hopefully, I can meet you guys, and going to be an awesome time. I'll bring the SCX6, bring a few crawlers, and just going to have a good time. I'll cover the event. I'll try to get some lives put up and all that, some live streams. Hopefully the signal's good, so should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Getting out of Florida, too. I will leave the Exoplex behind for a weekend. Ha-ha. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you guys for stopping in. As always, these things are awesome. I should have been doing lives a lot longer. Anyway, guys, catch you guys later. It's been awesome.